Man has been arrested accused of breaking into an apartment complex and stealing items and packages. Fargo police said the break-in happened in the building, the 200 block of 4th Avenue North, overnight between November 7th and 8th. Surveillance video showed the man used a screwdriver to get into the building and opened several packages and stole some items before leaving on, they say, an e-bike. This week, an officer spotted that same e-bike and then arrested 31-year-old Anthony Gordon after finding several of the stolen items in his backpack. He's now charged with burglary and criminal mischief.